Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a mukbang after such a long time. I know it's been forever, but I'm back with a mukbang. And today I'm going to have cornflakes. I'm going to have this cornflakes by Goodberry. And you guys, this is like literally the best cornflakes I've ever had because it is super duper crunchy. I got this from a store that's really far from me, so I don't know how I'm gonna get it when I want it again, but yeah. It's really worth it to go back because it's so good. It's so crunchy, and as you can see it's extra crunchy, as it says on the box, so really good. And I have my almond flavored milk here, so yeah, let's get to it. So yeah, I like my cornflakes to be really crunchy. I don't like soft and soggy cornflakes, so it has to be really crunchy. And I actually don't like milk at all, but because it's almond flavored milk, it really helps me to have it, because I don't like milk at all. But the almond flavor really helps me to not, taste the actual milk. Perfect. So I also wanted to tell you guys a story time about the time that this guy, or yeah, this boy was in love with me, but all this time I thought he was gay. So let's get into it. Let's get into this, okay? So this was sixth grade. It was I was 12. I was 12 at the time, and I I was always the type of person that didn't really have a lot of friends, because I was always I was always different. I wasn't really like the rest of the kids in school. So, it wasn't to the point where no one talked to me at all, but I didn't really fit in. So from the first day of school, I started talking to this boy because he was also he also didn't fit in anywhere, because to give you an idea of how he was a very feminine type of boy. He was really feminine. He was the tallest person in the classroom because he didn't graduate. So he was actually the oldest person in our class. He was the tallest person, very feminine, brown skin, and yeah, that's it. So of course he didn't fit in with anyone. None of the boys in our classroom talked to him because of how he was. So I took it upon me to become friends with this boy, because I know how it feels to not not have anyone talk to you. So from the first day we started talking and we became friends. In our classroom I would sit in front of him all the time. Um, because when you pick a seat in the classroom, that's where you sit for the rest of the school year. So yeah, I my seat was in front of him, and we became really close friends. We would hang out during our lunch break. So yeah, we were really good friends. We laughed, we hung out, and so like here and there, people would make fun of me because I became friends with him, but I didn't really care because I'd rather have a real friend than like hang out with fake people. So yeah, I don't really remember how long, like after what time. Maybe a few months in. I don't know. I don't remember. But one day in class, it was kind of like the school day was almost like almost done, you could say. And we weren't like really doing much in school in class. So and our teacher wasn't in the classroom at that moment. And we were just talking, like hanging out. But before I would, like a few days before that happened, like what I'm gonna tell you, I got some really weird vibes from him. Like, you know, just different. Like it wasn't like the usual vibes that I would get with him. It was different and weird. But yeah, I said, whatever. I don't really care. So this day, our teacher was not in the classroom, and we were just talking and laughing and joking. And he said, Damien. I said, yeah. And he was like, I have to tell you something. And I'm like, okay. But like, I don't know why, but all of a sudden, I had a feeling that he was gonna tell me what he told me. But I was like, nah, that can't be it. Like, I mean, he's really feminine, so I think he's gay. But whatever. I was like, yeah, what's up? What do you want to tell me? And he was really hesitant. Like, you could see, like, he was nervous and stuff. Like, he couldn't get the words out. And I was started to get frustrated because I hate when people do that. Like, if you want to tell me something, say it. Don't. Mm. But yeah. So, like, he was struggling to tell me what he wanted to say. And he was like, I have to tell you something. And then like he paused for a few seconds, and then he said, I'm in love with someone. And at those words, my heart started racing because I was like, please don't tell me it's me. But it can't be me. I mean, he's gay. It can't be me. Yeah. Continue. And then I was like, yeah, and who is it? Like, tell me more. And then when I said that, he was even more hesitant. So I started getting frustrated, and he could see that on my by my facial expressions. And he finally said it. He was like, I'm in love with someone, and that person is you. A lot. Like, when I heard that, it was over for me. I was like, nah. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. Mm-mm. No sir, no ma'am. No. So, like, I turned, while he was saying that to me, I turned, to look at him and, talk to him. But once he said that to me, I turned and I was like, what the hell did he just say? What the hell did he just say? And at that time in my life, I didn't really like I didn't I'm not really happy with the way I reacted to that. But I was young, I was a teenager, and you know, I couldn't really expect more of myself. But like from the moment he told me that, I didn't speak to him anymore. Like he would call me Damien, 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 and I just didn't answer him. I didn't talk to him. I didn't look at him. He was like, did I do something wrong? I didn't answer. I didn't say anything to him. Like the following days after that, he would try to talk to me, and I would just ignore him. And I told him like, don't. Like eventually, I told him, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me ever again. And like every time I saw him, I would get so irritated because eventually that what he told me, that he was in love with me, had leaked, and everyone in the classroom knew that he was in love with me. So now all of the boys in the classroom and some of the girls started bullying me. Yeah, well, is it bullying? I don't know, but kind of like bullying me, saying, "Oh, um, oh, I didn't give him a name. I'm not gonna say his real name, but let's say John. John and Damien, and John and Damien," and they would like tease me and do all stupid stuff that little boys and little girls do. And that would like get me so angry, and like I was so embarrassed. I could not take it. Like I was like, no one can know this. Like this is just so embarrassing, and I can't take this at all. So I think, I don't know when it was, I think a week or two later, we got in a heated argument, and I don't know anymore how it started or why, but we got in like a really heated argument during our lunch break. Like there were barely any kids in the classroom, just me and him arguing like two women, arguing, like going back and forth. And like I remember he got me so heated. I was so angry that I took one I took one of the chairs from the students, and I threw it at him. I was that angry. And then like it hit him, but not really, because he was like a really big and tall and strong kid. So it didn't really like do much to him, but at least I did something. And then he was like, trying to push me. Like he didn't really want to like do something, but then I took the chair again, and that's when he lost it, and he took one of the other chairs, like a chair that was near him, and he threw it at me. So now, now I think I started crying. I don't know, but we were like just going at it, like going back and forth, and like and then one of the kids in our class called our teacher, and she came and she broke up the fight. And I remember I had to go to the principal with him, and we had to like explain why we were fighting and blah blah blah. But of course I couldn't really tell them like the real truth, because that would have been even more embarrassing to me at that moment. So after that fight, we didn't speak anymore for the rest of the school year. I didn't sit in front of him anymore. Um, and yeah, we were no longer friends. Um, I stayed as far as possible from him, because I was just so embarrassed by the fact that a boy that I thought was gay all this time was in love with me. and I just thought it was weird, and I could not take it. My teenage self, my 12-year-old self was like, no, you're not about to embarrass me in front of everyone like that. So yeah, after that I saw him a few times, just randomly, and we just said hi to each other. But we never like spoke about what happened anymore. And yeah, I haven't seen him in years, but after we graduated I did see him a few times. So yeah. that oh that, that was the time that a boy that I thought was gay was in love with me. And I think if something like that happened now, I definitely would have handled it differently. I would have like told him that, I didn't feel the same. I would have handled it in a mature way. But yeah, when you're a teenager, you get embarrassed really quick, and you just go off of impulse really fast. So yeah, I definitely would have handled it a different way, and I would have, I definitely would have handled it a different way. Definitely would not have gotten in a fight with him. I just would have said to him in a really nice and polite way that I'm not interested in. And I mean, like, I was 12, and he was probably like 14 or something. So where was that relationship gonna go anyways? But yeah, that is what happened. Uh, yeah, that was a crazy, crazy, crazy time. Um, but yeah, that was that story time. I barely ate anything because I was just so into the story. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the story time slash mukbang. I will leave my other mukbang videos on the screen. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye guys!